So you don't know what you don't know about your potential. So as far as you are concerned, you could be just like this plant. You're walking around the plant, and because nothing is happening, nobody's saying anything about the plant, you can discount the plant, simply say, this plant is useless. But my friend, you don't know what you don't know. Knowledge. I just finished a phone call and I'm about to go to bed. But before retiring, I feel inspired to record this message. Just because certain things haven't happened yet in your life doesn't mean that you are not carrying potential. And as a matter of fact, just because things haven't happened yet doesn't mean that you are not somebody already. And if I can be bold to tell you something, I'll simply say the following. Despite whatever the circumstances are giving you as a feedback as far as who you are is concerned, I'm simply going to invite you not only to brainwash yourself to believe in your potential, but to brainwash yourself to believe that you are already somebody. Because if you don't do that, what's going to happen is you're going to start devaluing yourself. You'll be devaluing the potential that you are carrying. And you'll be selling yourself short as far as your business is concerned. You'll be selling your companies for peanuts because you will simply say, because I have not been in a place where I'm already making X amount of money, so therefore the potential I'm seeing is not really there. And because my business is not actually producing any amount of profit, therefore this business is not really viable. So therefore I'm going to give it to the first person that's going to come my way, not even the highest bidder, the first person that's going to come my way, because I'm just trying to get rid of this business. And that's a big mistake. If you don't know how to monetize your potential, if you don't know how to take your business to the next level, that's a separate issue. What you may want to do is look for a business coach who's going to help you structure things and put some structure around what you're doing in order for you to monetize your skills, in order for you to take your business to the next level. But until then, my friend, have the audacity to believe that you're already somebody. As a matter of fact, there's a story that's actually coming back to me I'd like to share with you very quickly. A few years ago, I was spending time with my grandpa, as it was customary for us during the summer. And I was used, of course, to the compound, everything that was in the compound and everything that I was seeing in terms of plants and flowers. But one day, something peculiar happened. As a matter of fact, let me just give you a breakdown. The wall of the compound was at a particular level, and anybody walking around could see what was inside. It was basically a few flowers, but most people actually thought could see what was inside the compound. So people were actually used to walking around the property, and nothing has ever happened until at one particular day. Another looking person was walking by, and at one point she stopped because she saw something in the garden. Her eyes were completely transfixed, as if she had seen basically gold. Her eyes were wide open. So she came to the gate and asked one of the people working at the gate if she could speak with the owner of the property. Luckily for me, I was basically around and my grandpa was not too far. So the worker told my grandpa that yes, there is this woman at the door who would like to speak with you because she has something to ask you. So my grandpa, being the gentleman that he was, he approached but he kept his distance. So from a distance he asked, "How can I help you?" And the woman simply said, "Sir, you don't know me, but I'm simply going to ask for you to give me just a few minutes. I was walking by this property and I saw this particular plant in your garden. This particular plant has medicinal values that's far beyond what anybody can imagine. As soon as he said that, my grandpa had a smirk on his face because he knew exactly what she was talking about. And when she said the word and saw the reaction, she realized she was speaking to someone who was in the know. And she simply did this. Please, just a few leaves. That's all I'm going to need. I don't need to plant. I don't need to root. Just a few leaves. They spoke back and forth for a few minutes until my grandpa simply said, I'm going to be a gentleman. I'm going to grant your request. So he asked one of the workers to simply cut a few leaves, 3 or 4 for this lady. They put them nicely in the package and they gave to her. The joy and the excitement in the lady's face is something I never forgot. But why am I telling you this particular story? It's because to myself, my brother, and everybody else in the compound, this plant was just one of the plants that was part of the garden. It had absolutely zero value. To make it worse, of all the people that always been walking back and forth around the property, this was the first, and as far as I'm concerned, the last time I saw someone who showed interest in this plant and knew exactly what this plant was all about. And she went to great length just to have a few leaves because she was saying the medicinal value of these leaves. And my grandpa knew exactly what she was talking about. So how does this apply to you? Just because you are used to walking around the plants that call your potential on a daily basis and not know exactly what you're carrying, does not mean that that plant has no value. As a matter of fact, let me just break it down for you this way. You don't know what you don't know. That's number one. Just like we did not know that we did not know. We did not know that we did not know anything about that plant. That's number one. So you don't know what you don't know about your potential. Number one. So knowledge. Number two, understanding. You don't know, therefore, the practical understanding that you need to have in order for you to maximize what you're going to get out of that plant. But this woman, she knew something that we did not know. She knew the value of the plant, and she also knew the practical application, or she had intimate knowledge of the understanding that she needed to have when it comes to what this plant could actually do. So as far as you are concerned, you could be just like this plant. You're walking around the plant, and because nothing is happening, nobody is saying anything about the plant, you can discount the plant, simply say, this plant is useless. But my friend, you don't know what you don't know. Knowledge. For lack of knowledge, people do what? They do perish. That's number one. In all you're getting, get what? Understanding. But even when you get knowledge, know that you're still in a place of deficit. Why? Because you will still need to get something key, which is understanding. The practical application of what you have. And what you get that, my friend, sky is going to be the limit. Until you find a way to get knowledge about what you are carrying, and you get practical understanding about how to take this thing to the next level, don't give up on yourself. Just focus on just asking yourself the question, what exactly do I want out of this life? That's number one. Number two, what am I willing to give in exchange from what I'm about to receive from people out there? That's number two. And until you come to a place where you can put structure around that particular idea, that particular potential, that particular business, don't give up. Because if you keep putting clarity around what you want and what you're willing to put out there in return for what you're going to receive, my friend, just know that everything is possible. Because sooner or later, you're going to come across some business consultant that's going to help you flesh out that vision and let you know that yes, the potential you are carrying is at great value. Again, give yourself permission to believe in your potential, but not only that, give yourself permission to believe that you are already somebody. All right? You don't know what you don't know. And you don't know the practical application of what you don't know can actually bring as far as the world is concerned. So don't give up on yourself. Don't give up on your idea. Keep believing and keep trusting that yes, you are already somebody. And before you know it, the right people are going to show and going to help you flesh out what you already see deep inside there. Much love. Take good care.